Remember when the Green Inferno was first announced? Because I barely do. I mean, it's been over 3 years now. But I do remember being a little excited. Mostly because, you know, the director, Eli Roth, his earlier work, I kinda like them. You know, Cabin Fever and the Hostel movies. They're no masterpieces, but they're enjoyable. And knowing that Eli Roth is a big Cannibal Holocaust fan, I mean, he even gave the director a little cameo in his second Hostel movie. And well, this movie was obviously gonna be a little homage to that movie, to Cannibal Holocaust. So I was like, okay, this has potential. Then all the distribution problems came up and boom, we're 3 years further. I lost most interest over the years, but I can't deny that I was always still a little curious. So, I finally seen it.
So, here we go. A bunch of activists somehow arranged to fly over to Peru to go and protest the destruction of this rainforest to protect a native tribe. Hooray, that all went well. But then, oh shit, that's pretty intense. And that's pretty funny. Come on, guys. So yeah, they all crash in a plane and, well, the ones unlucky enough to survive are captured by the same native tribe that they were trying to protect earlier. Ain't that ironic?
The movie starts out, well, not per se boring, but really the first 40 minutes, it's really just one big build-up. It's the moment from when the plane crashes that shit really hits the fan. As well as this guy's face. Oh, see what I did there? It's just, you know, it just took me a little while to get into the whole movie. I read a lot of people complaining, like making the acting out to be the worst, but, you know, I thought it was tolerable. The lead character, she's played by Eli Roth's wife, Lorenza Izzo, who we also see in his latest movie, Knock Knock. He's kind of starting to pull a Rob Zombie here. Not sure if that's a good thing. Anyway, she was okay. I was way more annoyed and irritated by this chick, Sky Ferreira. Apparently she is this singer-songwriter and well, maybe she should just stick to that because she was the worst.
What? They deserve to get tear gas for waking us up so early on a Sunday.
Or maybe she was just written to be the most annoying person ever. Either way, it's let's just say I was quite happy to see that she was only a minor character in the first, like 15 minutes.
So, where were we? Ah yes, they got captured by the tribe. I do like the look of the tribe, it's actually quite memorable. According to Eli Roth himself, these people, they weren't actors. They were really just people from an actual native Peruvian village. Which is ironic, because they're more convincing than most of the professional actors. Apparently, Eli Roth showed them Cannibal Holocaust, the movie, to explain them what a movie is. And they thought it was a comedy. That's a great story.
Anyway, if I want to talk a little bit more about this movie, I'm afraid I'll have to include some spoilers. So, you're warned. Or, you know, you can just skip to this time mark to avoid the spoilers.
So, of course, we're all waiting for some cannibal action, and it mostly comes minutes after they've been captured, in the form of one of the few likable characters being completely and literally torn apart. It's so over the top, but it's fun. I mean, this is kinda what we wanted to see, right? The effects are done by the guys from K&B, but for some reason they aren't listed or credited on IMDb. It's not their best work, and it's honestly not even all that gruesome. You know, it's too silly and over the top for that, but it's fun, you know? It's just a shame that for a movie like this, the gore is way too few and far between, with the mutilation of that likable dude just now being, well, basically the only big gore scene.
And then, well, in between these gore scenes, you know, it's watchable. It's just not all that interesting. Mostly because, really, you couldn't care less about most of these characters. It's honestly just a little boring. But I didn't hate the movie. Reading around on IMDb, you get all the obligatory worst movie ever comments and all that jazz. But I honestly don't think it was that bad. It wasn't great, don't get me wrong. But I think it's quite enjoyable if you know what you're in for. You know, if you know what to expect. Which isn't a remake of Cannibal Holocaust. I mean, that movie, Cannibal Holocaust, that movie is gruesome. This movie is more, you know, it's more fun. He even threw in some silly comic relief. You know, like when the whole village gets high because one of the activists, he hid a bag of weed in one of the corpses that they burned. I mean, it's just ridiculous, but in a kinda funny way. The theme of, you know, slacktivists or social justice warriors doing what they do for all the wrong reasons, mostly just to look good themselves, it's interesting. I like that. Whether or not it was all that well executed is another story, but hey, it's something. In conclusion, well, 3 years worth of hype was definitely too much. I feel like a lot of people went into this movie with way too high expectations, and then, well, then it's obviously gonna be disappointing. It's, you know, it's watchable, it's entertaining if you're in the right mood, which is probably, you know, like during a movie night with friends and a lot of beer. But it's definitely nothing mind-blowing. It's honestly not even all that well made. I guess, you know, you can decide for yourself whether or not you'll like this movie. So, to end this video, one thing that I did like that I had never seen before were the Twitter accounts during the credits. That was, interesting. Hey, I'm on Twitter too, @HorribleReviews. It's just I'm not that good at Twitter. But hey, don't be afraid to say hi, you know, I'll probably even reply. So, you guys go and do that. For now, thanks for watching. See you guys next time, and have a nice day. Huh?